Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
There has been a shortage on cars, appliances, houses, and more this year, but the latest shortage might affect your student at school. 13 on your side's Elena Holland joining us now live and explains how schools everywhere are actually having difficulty stocking food for school lunches. Elena.
Well, hi, Kirk. So the issue comes down to labor shortages across every level of the supply chain. Now, that means schools may not have certain food items for breakfast or lunch, or not enough of it. Ordering and stocking food for school lunches
really has been a challenge this year.
Has not been easy for Dan Gorman, food service director for Montague Area Public Schools.
We'll be placing those orders and the food won't be available.
Schools are having to change menus last minute, offer less entree options to students, or alter plans for the school year.
We had a fan favorite here in Montague for our high school and middle school kids, which is chili crispitos. And we were notified really like 5 days before school started that chili crispitos, Tyson was not going to make them this year because it's too time consuming and too labor intensive.
The challenge is not unique to this district. It's happening to every school in the country. And it comes down to labor shortages and challenges at every point in production.
Last week it was chicken. Then I heard it was paper products. Then I heard it was the tin cans needed to be able to package the sliced peaches needed.
Diane Golzinski with the Michigan Department of Education says it's affecting every district, but perhaps differently. Larger urban districts may not be able to get the quantity they need, whereas rural districts may not have a driver to bring the shipment to them.
So we are recommending that all schools have a backup plan. They have some product in their storeroom, in their refrigerator or their freezer that they can pull out at a moment's notice should their shipment not arrive that they are expecting.
But as school is back in session, will the issue be solved? Golzinski says they're hopeful as people go back to work and vaccination rates increase, more people may enter the workforce to fix it.
But honestly, we really don't have any concept how long this is going to last.
Meanwhile, Gorman is finding alternative solutions to feed Montague students.
What could we do more local? And a supply chain.
He's working with La Fiesta to supply tortilla chips for the district. Also, Goober's Bakery in Muskegon will take care of buns for the year.
So we're taking those little pieces where we can and get those local sources that we can say, yep, we know this is going to be consistent and it's not going to be an issue with us.
And Gorman said they're doing their best to work with suppliers, but does ask parents and students for some patience and some grace. And some favorite meals may not be available for the time being, but Golzinski says there will be food for the students that comply with federal nutrition guidelines.
So as you heard on the video, America is experiencing a school lunch shortage. So there's not enough drivers to get the food around to the different school districts, and the food items are now disappearing from the menu. So, hey, if you are hell-bent on having your children in school during a pandemic that's spreading out of control, then you're going to have to make sure they have lunch. And that may require you packing a lunch so that they will eat. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is WZZM13, and this is September 9th, 2021. It's a shame that people are not paying attention to these shortages that are going on. I even got some subscribers that are coming in the comment section and telling me there is no shortage, as if they know what's going on in each state. You know, One thing about me, I've done the research. Many of you that are writing those comments, you didn't go research anything. And I can tell in how you are saying things, you didn't go look at nothing. You just running your mouth. So anyway, students are back in school, but their lunch menu may be offering fewer items. And this is happening all the way across the board in the food industry. There are supermarkets that don't have certain items. You got also restaurants that are removing items from their menu because they don't have the ingredients or they just don't have the item altogether. And also fast food joints. I was looking at some of the articles on how they're changing their menu because they don't have certain items. They don't have the drivers that they used to have to deliver the food to these restaurants, and now you see it's impacting the schools as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, mm, mm, mm. I mean, it just seems like every day things are just getting worse. So, this issue with the lack of school lunch foods is due to the supply chain and the labor shortages that are going on in the country. So, they don't know how long this is going to last. And many economists are saying it is indefinite. It is indefinite because the generations after the baby boomers, and they're all retiring in huge numbers, are not large enough to fill all of these open jobs out here. So there are labor shortages at the manufacturer level, even down to packing. So they don't even have enough people to pack the food items. So the director of Office of Health and Nutrition at the Michigan Department of Education said it's difficult to get the packaging to put the foods in. It's difficult to move the food from the manufacturer to the warehouse and then move it to, all of these different area schools. And they're saying the problem is not only the shortage of food, but not having enough school staff. So even the schools are struggling with enough people to serve the foods. They don't have enough food servers at the school level. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Because without them, the foods cannot get prepared and then served to the students. So everything is coming to them, and then they have to put these meals together and get them ready to serve to the students, and they don't even have enough servers. Wow. Boy, America, America, you are doing bad. This means some districts will be offering fewer options for entrees or have to change the menu at the last minute. And this is affecting every single school district across the country, although it may affect them differently. Larger urban districts may not receive enough items, whereas rural areas just don't have enough drivers to bring the food. All right, so that's when they were talking about a backup plan. And, you really should have that regardless. You really should have that. So if the school just can't serve meals or they just don't have enough food items to serve, then parents are just going to have to step in and make sure they have what they need for school. It's part of being in school is these kids got to eat. So they're saying that it's unknown when this will subside. However, the department is hopeful it may ease as more Americans return to work. Mm, mm, mm. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we're just going to see more and more things happen. I mean, look, there's already a major teacher shortage in America. That's another thing. And these teachers are leaving in droves every single month. So that in itself is a problem. And now you got the food shortage. And all I'm saying, is it really worth it? Is it really, really worth sending your kids out when everything is surging in the country and schools are only staying open a few days and then they have to shut down because too many children have been exposed, and now you got this issue? Is it really worth it? For real. I mean, how is this a positive learning environment when the whole education system, which has never been good, by the way, is just ailing with so many problems right now? Y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.